Hey everyone, today we're going to go over the most important Akali combos that you need to know to play Akali at a high level. Now the first one is very basic. It's Q, A, Q, A. It's the generally one you want to use for trading in the laning phase, especially in early levels. The Q, walk back, instantly in, and then Q again, then walk back, and then in again. An auto attack. Now the second combo you want to learn is similar, but it's a little bit more passive so you can get away from them. So it's Q, walk back, instantly in, Q, E. And then you're out of the fight again. This is a trading pattern you can use where you can quickly get away from the opponents. It's very good to use. And also if you want to, you can make it an extended trade. E back in on them, use your W, Q again, walk out, in again, auto attack, and then out, and then complete the trade, right? That's making it even longer, but this is the basic version. Now let's talk about something that's really good against ranged champions. So you E onto them, then you E again, W, auto attack, Q, walk away, Q, walk away again. And then you can walk back in and auto attack again, or you can just run away at that point, depending on what you want to do. Mostly you'll have to run out, and you won't get the last auto attack on. But that's okay as well. This is how you generally trade against ranged champions, or if you want to catch a champion, for example. Players that are playing more passive and so on. Now there's more variations to that one. One thing you can do is also just do EE, Q, auto attack, and then W. Generally, this one can also work if you're against a champion where you're generally just going to beat them up and you don't need to use the W that early. But generally, I'll go over the first variation because I think it's stronger. This one can be used because you have your W for a longer time by using it later. But mostly, you want to use it early and then you use the W. One thing you kind of want to try to do when you use your E. This is one thing you want to pay attention to. So when you E in and W, you want to go to the sides. Because often people are going to throw a skill shot at you. It can be a slow, it can be an Olaf action, it can be a lot of things. By moving to the side, you have a higher chance of dodging stuff. Yes, you probably won't be able to dodge it, but regardless, you still might. And if you do dodge it, that's a lot of damage that you won't take, and potentially it's the CC that you won't be hit by. Alright, now let's talk about an execution combo. This combo is meant for just to execute people. So you E, then you E2, then you Q doing the E2 and ultimate, and then you wait for the ultimate to come back up and you ultimate back in and Q again. Now let's show it. You wait. Basically like that. That's how you do the combo. This is to execute people. It's not optimal damage in any ways, but it's an optimal way to do a ton of damage to them quickly while still being able to be safe out here when you were scouting. Also, one thing you can do, you can obviously use your W to have movement speed, chase them around, be invisible, and all of that. You have to weave those combos in by yourself and choose when they're necessary depending on your situation. Now the combo we just saw was an execution combo from a range distance. Now here's where you somewhat more melee distance, you can use your abilities in a different order. So you Q, AA, E, AA, then you E2, Q, R, then W, AA, Q, AA, and then last R. Now let's pull it off. Let's do it. There we go. As you can see, that's the situation where you can also do a combo. This is going to do a lot more damage, but you have to be closer to them and you're in a much riskier position. And you're also not going to be able to burst them as fast because you're trying to do a lot more damage in this kill combo. Where the other one is just doing a lot of damage really fast and catching them out. Alright, now I'm going to show you the combo that's really good for killing people, especially for team fights or catching people. Now in this one, you're going to start with your ultimate. If you're max range, you can instant proc your passive and auto attack after ultimate. If you're not max range, then you have to walk a little bit afterwards. For example, depending on how far you're overreaching, you have to walk that distance as well. Now the combo is going to be ultimate, AA, QW, AA, QE, E2, AA, QR. Now let's do it. Boom, just like that. That's the combo you want to do if you want to catch people in teamfight. It's really, really good. And starting with ultimate, it's very safe to use as well. And overall, it's something I believe most of you guys will be able to perform consistently after practicing in a practice tool environment.